These are some of the funniest moments in court. To give you a little background, one of the most famous celebrity court cases out there is the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard trial. Although the case had a serious undertone to it, there were some pretty funny moments too. You are a pretty big fan of Johnny Depp, aren't you? I am not, to be honest. Or when a witness gave a very blunt response. And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he? No. Mr. Depp had his penis out of his... Objection. Here, we have the case of Alex Jones, who lost a case because he refused to present evidence for his claims against the parents of students who lost their lives in a school shooting. Spit your gum out, Mr. Jones. It's not gum. What is it? Because you're not allowed food or gum of any kind in the program. I had my tooth pulled a week and a half ago, and it's it. I have some gauze from earlier. It has been causing me to have some pain, So you're chewing on your gauze. Would you like me to show you? No, I just want you to answer my question. No, ma'am. I was just massaging the hole in my mouth with my tongue. I don't want to see the inside of your mouth. He then proceeds to show the judge inside his mouth. Way to show your stupidity, Jones. Next up, there is the case of Jamal Demons, or better known as YNW Melly, who had shot and killed two of his friends in an SUV. During the trial, Glass, who testified against Melly, was being cross-examined. I didn't. Okay, you didn't. Anyways, with respect to your daily marijuana regimen, did you smoke before you came here today? I did not. Okay, I should have. Next is the infamous case of Murdoch, the ex-lawyer who shot and killed his wife and son in their country estate in 2021. Here, the jury got dismissed because she had conversations about the case outside of the courthouse. We're going to replace you with one of the other jurors. Have you brought everything that you have outside of... You left some stuff in there? What do you have in there? A dozen eggs. Say what? A dozen eggs. A dozen eggs? Another funny incident took place at Calvin Lloyd Griffin's bond hearing. Calvin Lloyd Griffin Jr. on page 12. Good morning. Mr. Griffin is charged with burglary, petty theft, grand theft of a vehicle, and trespass, and he is on probation. The court decided to cut Griffin's mic off because he was causing a stir, and after trying to catch the judge's attention, he decided to use other means to do it. He twerked, and the judge was not entertained in the slightest. Mr. DiMattio's recent arrest on September 14th at a Mexican restaurant is notable. Additionally, on September 29th of this year, he was placed on 18 months of probation for grand theft. As Judge Hurley reviews the details of the pending charges, DiMattio becomes increasingly animated in his interactions with the public defender. Upon having his mic turned back on, he raises his hand, seeking a sidebar. Your Honor, J. Mark. Wait, no, stop. It's not your turn. After being muted once again, DiMattio seeks more attention by continuously banging on the podium, prompting Mr. Miller, the public defender, to make the executive decision not to unmute the defendant. There's another one of a Kim Blandino's who couldn't stay out of court. It came to bite him back later. Mr. Al, will you accept appointment as standby counsel? I have an objection. Shut up. I have the right to object. I believe Your Honor. You have the right to get held in contempt of court, and that's what's going to happen if you don't shut up. I'm not putting up with any of your crap here today. Your reputation has preceded you. Will you accept appointment as standby counsel? I can. However, Mr. Blandino, after we spoke outside, wanted a little bit of time to speak to me in detail about his case and his desires. Also, to look into my background a little bit before he wanted to interview you? Yes, sir. I object to that laughing. I object to you. I think the defendant has already categorized himself as a vexatious litigant. Now, here is Ernie Tertelt, who was caught fishing without a license. His shenanigans in the courtroom were absolutely absurd. I am not the all-capital fiction. I am the living man whose mark is that of life. Telgate is representing himself today as the natural living man. It's his own interpretation of a sovereign citizen. Mr. Al, you are not to interrupt Mr. Riley again. Who can tell the living man in a commercial event such as this, sir? Who has the right to tell the living man when he can speak and when he cannot speak? What sounds he can make and what sounds he cannot make? You understand he is addressing British law, man. He is a minister on behalf of Great Britain. I'm going to hold you in contempt if you continue to disrupt this. Next, we've got Nelson Walker, who's accused of stealing a Dolphins jersey, which later changes to a hat. This ain't the one, Your Honor. No? No, ma'am. I ain't took no jersey. The judge found this incident funny, although he was charged later. This last one is wholesome. An 80-year-old woman was arrested for violating a restraining order by her husband. but her wit got everyone wheezing. Watch this. I gotta tell you, you brighten my day, ma'am, all right. That's what the last guy said, and then he sued me. That's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.